the wine starts moving on its own. And that's not even the clever part. G'day champion, how you doing? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. I'm of course Beau and I hope you're having an absolutely gorgeous day. Now before we jump into today's very episode, I do want to tell you about this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the very visual bundle, all you need to do, stick around till later on in this episode and I'll show you how to enter that very competition. Now this piece of magic only just came out a few hours ago, but our YouTube Gold members have had the trailer for quite a while, and we've had a bunch of questions come in about it, so we thought what better way to answer all those burning questions than with today's episode. So today we're going to find out absolutely everything you need to know about Invocation by Marcos and Invisible Compass. So let's dive straight into the history of this release. Now I have to be honest with you, this wasn't created in a vacuum. During the tutorial, Marcos directly credits inspiration from the classic coffee cup illusion popularized by Lu Chen. The goal wasn't to reinvent the effect, the goal was to evolve it. Now older versions relied heavily on preparation before the performance. Invocation takes that same visual idea and pushes it into a much more practical direction by allowing information to be created and revealed during the same routine itself. And that changes everything, because suddenly this isn't a prediction effect. It's a real-time revelation tool. The moment I heard Marcos talking about the history and inspiration, it became pretty clear this wasn't designed as a one-trick product. It's designed as a utility device, and that's usually where some of the strongest magic comes from. So what is it? If you haven't seen the trailer already, what is Invocation? Well, the trailer makes this look like a wine revelation, and technically that's true, but that's only scratching the surface. From the audience's perspective, someone thinks of a letter, number, card, symbol, or piece of information. A small amount of liquid is poured onto a plate. You wave your hand, blow across the surface, or simply wait, and the liquid visibly forms the information that they're thinking of. It's spooky and it looks impossible. And because the revelation appears after the thought is made, it feels significantly stronger than a standard prediction. Now you know what we should do. That's right, instead of having me tell you all about it, let's see a full performance right now.
La vida no se mide por el número de veces que respiramos, para mí. Se mide por el número de veces que nos quedamos sin aliento. Esos momentos donde algo nos impresiona, nos emociona tanto que hacemos y te impacta tanto, ¿no? Dime, ¿cuántas veces te gustaría quedarte sin aliento en esta semana?
5.
Te voy a pedir que examines este plato, fíjate que está ahí limpito, cógelo, échale un vistazo y te voy a pedir también que le eches un vistazo a ese vino. Vamos a limpiarlo bien, échale un vistazo a ese vino y échale un trago también.
Venga.
¿Sí? Es vino, ¿sí? Déjame coger un poquito de vino.
Muy bueno.
Y voy a echar un poco de vino aquí en este plato, ¿vale? Muy poquito.
¡Hostia!
Las 5 veces que te vas a quedar sin aliento esta semana.
Now you're looking for a little bit more Murphy's magic, a little bit more exclusivity, that's something you're not going to see everywhere else? Well, my friends, we have the thing for you. Introducing Murphy's membership. Now in this little ditty, you're going to get free membership tutorials. Also behind the scenes exclusives at New Effects, where we break down absolutely everything you need to know, even show off the gimmick live on stream, or in tasty little reels and clips just for members only. You also get your name in every single Murphy's custom content video on YouTube, as a special little thank you for being awesome. If you want to check out these member tiers, link in the description below. Go treat yourself. Alright, straight into it, did it for me. Well, I'm gonna say the visual definitely caught my attention. The first time you see the wine moving, it looks fantastic. But the thing that genuinely surprised me wasn't the reveal, it was the flexibility. For those that know my release paper cut, I was immediately intrigued in this release. I originally thought this was going to be one of those visual trailer tricks, the kind that looks amazing online but never actually leaves the drawer. Then I watched the tutorial, and that's where it starts introducing card revelations, number revelations, ACAN ideas, multiple outs, mentalism routines, and even bizarre magic presentations. And that's when I realized this isn't a wine trick at all. It's a utility device disguised as one. And those are often the products that stay in a magician's case for years. Now, if you've seen the trailer already, how does that compare to the real world? Is it honest? Well, the short answer here is yes, the trailer is honest. What you see is achievable. The wine really does move and reveal information. But I think the trailer undersells the product. Most of the trailer focuses on the visual moment. And while that is really well and good, the tutorial focuses on what you can actually do with that visual moment. And that's where the value lies. Because once you understand the principle, your brain immediately starts generating ideas. The trailer sells a trick, the tutorial teaches a tool, and that's a big difference. Now more into the method here with no exposure and all in some secret code. So without exposing anything, Invocation allows you to secretly create a visual revelation in real time. And that's the important phrase, real time. You don't need to know the information before the performance begins. You can obtain information during the routine and reveal it moments later. And for mentalists, that's immediately exciting. The setup is small, the working parts are compact, and the reset is quick. And everything fits comfortably in your pocket. And another practical point worth mentioning, you're not locked into using wine. Wine creates the strongest visual contrast and probably the most elegant presentation. But the principle works with other suitable liquids too. So whether you're working in a restaurant, cafe, cocktail bar, seance setting, or somewhere wine doesn't fit naturally, you've got options. And again, that's what keeps pushing this release into utility device territory rather than one trick territory. Now let's get into what you actually receive in Invocation. When the mailman arrives, what do you find inside the box? Now inside the package, you receive the Invocation gimmick, replacement magnetic component, protective transport cover, an everyday item for setup, and access to the online video tutorial. Everything is compact, everything is portable, and the entire system feels like something that would genuinely live in your everyday carry setup. One thing I appreciate is that you're not locked into expensive proprietary refills. When the supplied material eventually runs out, Marcos explains suitable alternatives, which is always a nice touch. Now more into the gimmick itself, let's dive a little bit more deeper into that. The gimmick is surprisingly clever, not because it's complicated, actually because it's simple. Simple usually wins. It's compact, easy to carry, and easy to conceal. And it's easy to integrate into your existing routines. Plus the system opens up multiple handling possibilities depending on your style. And this feels like one of those products that become more valuable the longer you own it. And that's because you gradually start finding new applications that weren't even discussed in the tutorial. And those are usually my favorite types of gimmicks. Now let's get a little bit more into that skill level and handling. Well, my friend, you'll be very happy to know you need a skill level of a beginner magician. There's nothing knuckle busting here, no finger flinging, no impossible sleight of hand. The challenge comes from timing and naturalness. The writing process requires practice, not difficult practice, but repetition. Marcos repeatedly talks about slowing down and allowing the actions to feel casual. And that's excellent advice, because the effect becomes dramatically stronger when nothing looks rushed. This is one of those releases where confidence matters more than technical skill. Now more onto that tutorial itself. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but let's get more into it. This tutorial is packed with material, and what surprised me most is how quickly it expands beyond what you're shown in the trailer. To start, you're given the basic handling. So first you learn the setup, loading, attachment options, transport, maintenance, and writing techniques. Everything needed to get you up and running quickly. Then you taught real-time thought revelations. This is where the release starts getting interesting. Marcos discusses combining Invocation with traditional mentalism techniques, peaks, information gathering, and billets, existing systems that you may already use. This means Invocation becomes a reveal mechanism rather than the entire trick. And that to me dramatically increases its value. Then you learn serial number revelations. This is where several number routines are taught. One of my favorite asks the spectator how many moments they would like to feel breathless during a week. It's a small presentation change, but it instantly feels more meaningful than simply naming a random number. You then learn emotional presentations, and Marcos explores revealing the initial of somebody important to that spectator. Somebody they love, somebody they miss, someone meaningful. This section highlights an important point. The reveal is visual, but the effect doesn't need to be. You can make it emotional, personal, or deeply meaningful. Then are the card magic revelations. This is probably the biggest surprise in the tutorial. Marcos starts discussing stack deck concepts, ACAN applications, positional revelations, and suddenly we're not talking about a wine reveal. We're talking about a utility device for card magic. One routine has the wine reveal a number which becomes a position of a named card. That's strong, very strong, and absolutely something I could see workers performing. Then you learn some bizarre magic and spirit themes. If bizarre magic is your thing, there's a lot here. Marcos explores yes or no revelations, spirit communication themes, multiple hidden outcomes, and seance-style presentations. The visual nature of the reveal fits these themes perfectly. Now, who is this for? Who's gonna get the biggest kick out of this release? Well, this is perfect for mentalists, restaurant performers, close-up magicians, bizarre magicians, workers who already use peaks or information gathering methods, and performers who enjoy building routines around meaningful presentations. Now, this probably isn't ideal for magicians wanting something that's completely self-working, or stage magicians, unless you have a camera on that table to cap that super visual reveal. And talking of cameras and super visual reveals, social media creators, this is super visual eye candy. Oh, look at these absolute champions. You guys are the best. It's true, I've Googled it. Now let's take a break for just a tiny wee second, because at the beginning of the episode, I promised you a giveaway. You cute. Oh, you're so cute. But before we get into today's giveaway, we need to find out who won last episode's bundle. So, yeah, congratulations, champion. You're the winner of last episode's giveaway. Just make sure you DM me on any of Murphy's socials, and I'll get that prize straight out to you. Now on to this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the very visual bundle, all you need to do is comment in the comments section below, what would you reveal in the wine? Would it be a number, a playing card, an initial, whatever it is? Let me know below. Then on the next episode of Stumped, I'll draw a name out at random and you'll be announced on that episode. So my friends, good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. It's where I go over absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible piece of magic. All right, big dog, let's get straight into the comparisons. Compared to the coffee cup illusion, this feels more practical and more versatile. Compared to traditional picks, this gives you a visual revelation. Compared to electronic mentalism, this feels organic. And compared to many visual tricks, like paper cut, this offers significantly more presentation depth. And I created paper cut and I already love this way more. Now on to those big burning questions. Is it examinable? Well, essentially yes. Pocket space? Tiny. Reset? Quick. Angle sensitive? Very little. Beginner friendly? Absolutely. Practice required? A little bit. Reusable? Yes. And a one trick pony? Not even close. Now let's talk price, because I know you want to pick it up, and that's where I have good news for you, my friend. There's a link below where you can get it, or you can get it right now from your favorite magic shop for $59.95. Now there is something I want to mention here. Once you pick it up, I know a few of you are going to say, wow, I paid $59.95 for this. Well, I got to tell you, the value isn't the gimmick. The value is in the applications. If you buy this looking for a wine revelation, you may be underwhelmed. If you buy this thinking you're getting a utility device capable of producing dozens of different revelations, you're probably going to be very happy. And that's where the real value lies. My final verdict is buy this if you perform mentalism, or you enjoy utility devices, you like organic magic, or you already use information gathering methods. But maybe pass if you want visual magic with no presentation. Now my final thought, the wine moving is what sells the trick. The possibilities behind the wine are what sells the product. This looks incredibly visual and could explode on social media, and I could absolutely see this thing in a worker's pocket for many years. And on that note, my friends, I'm gonna let you get out of here, so go enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more. See you later. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.